What up, though? What's cracking, Scorpio? I hope that all of my beautiful and my handsome Scorpios out there are doing well. I apologize, you guys. Y'all haven't seen me in the past couple of days, but I don't know what the hell happened Friday night. I don't know if it was something I ate. The last thing I remember eating was a chicken salad, but it was over with yesterday, y'all. Like, I don't know if I had like a 24-hour bug. I don't know what happened, but I ain't ate no solid food since Friday. I just was able to put down some soup today, and I got this Gatorade I'm sipping on. I can't even drink no water right now, so I don't know what the hell going on. But had to, take some time out for myself. I still ain't feeling 100, but I haven't been on the board. I've been on the table for a little while, so we're gonna go ahead and get some readings out, okay? All right, so we have music. So these are going to be your messages, before we actually get into the reading here, okay? So I feel like music is your way of communicating your feelings, your emotions. You're able to reach people. Your connection to music is healing for yourself, but it's also healing for others. So some of you can be musicians. Maybe you like to write music. You can be a singer. You can be a rapper. Whatever it is that you do with music, I feel like it's not only healing for you, but it's going to be healing for other people. And even if you don't sing, you can be a songwriter. Maybe you want to write songs, write hits for other people, but it's like you have a way with words. And the way that you are able to express your emotions through music, it helps people heal, okay? Now, some of you are being called to maybe try something. Maybe you're being called to, I don't know, be on a platform, share your music here, but I don't feel like you feel safe. You don't feel secure. You're not confident. So, moving forward does not necessarily require you to have the confidence in yourself. All right, confident in God is enough, along with knowing that God works through you and with you in all ways. Lean up on us if your confidence wavers, and we will give you the courage and faith that you need. So some of you are being called to do something. It could have something to do with music here, or just maybe doing something where you're putting yourself out there. You don't feel confident. You ain't quite sure, but they saying being confident, because this is something I struggle with sometimes, and it has to do with a situation somebody with my past. Where I struggle with confidence at times. This is something I feel like my ex kind of I ain't gonna say took from me, but yeah. And so this is something I'm trying to heal from as well. So all the time I pray, I be like, Lord, please give my confidence back. Please allow me to, feel confident in what I'm doing and all this type of stuff. Okay. Now we have fresh air. Your body needs refreshment from oxygenated air generated by grass, trees, plants, and flowers. Spend time outside today, as near to Mother Nature's cradle as possible. Open your curtains and windows and allow fresh air into your home here. Okay, so some of you need some fresh air. Maybe you just need to go outside, go for a walk. That's something I definitely plan on doing later. Just get outside, be amongst nature and all that here. Okay. All right, so let's get into this reading. So we have, I felt like you were trying to get over on me. So when I was first looking at these cards, right, I feel like some of you guys, you could have been dealing with someone. This could be currently, this could be in the past, right? You were dealing with a particular person here that feels bad. This person right here, I feel like they feel guilty, they feel bad, they feel ashamed, they feel embarrassed because you had expectations when it came to this particular person. All right, this male, this female, whoever was in your life, you had expectations when it came to them, okay? But they did not live up to those expectations. And a lot of times that's really what breaks our heart. It don't I'm not gonna necessarily say it be what happened in a relationship and all this stuff don't matter. But when you have expectations, when you expect the person to treat you a certain type of way or handle you a certain type of way or this and that, and then they don't do that, I feel like that's really what breaks your heart more than anything else because you expected more from them. You see what I'm saying? When you have, that's why I was like, shit, you can't even have expectations. Like I don't have expectations when it comes to nobody, not even my damn kids, because when you do that, it disappoints you. That's what really hurts you and disappoints you because you put too many expectations within people, okay? And this particular person, I feel like you put a lot of expectation into them. You expected them to do certain things or act a certain way or treat you a certain way, and they didn't do that. All right. For some of you, it was because they never had anyone who genuinely cared about them. So they were used to dealing with people who would take advantage of them. They were used to people who would do nice things to them or say nice things or whatever so they can get what the fuck they wanted. Okay, this is what this person was used to. And for some of you, I feel like this person was selfish. They didn't let down their guard. I feel like they didn't put a lot of effort into this connection because the whole time they felt like you were trying to get over on them. So it's like the things that you were doing, maybe they've had people be nice to them and cook their meals or call and check. They've had people do things, but at the same time, when these people would do it, it was because they had ill intention. So this person, I feel like, was looking at you and what you were doing. They was like, oh man, Scorpio just like everybody else. They gonna try to play me. They gonna do this. They gonna do that. So it's like this person basically thought you was trying to play them. You was trying to get over on them, and it was like the whole time, nah, bitch, you was just genuinely cared for this person. You genuinely loved them. The things that you did, the things that you said when you helped them out, whichever way it was, you did it because that's how you felt. Okay, you didn't want anything in return. You wasn't looking for anything in return. So it's like basically this person, I'm not gonna say they overlooked you, but because of the type of people that they were used to dealing with in their past, it was like, this person didn't even look at the fact of what you was doing. You see, it's like they kind of categorized you with everybody else because they were used to dealing with those particular type of people. So it's like this person really didn't even give you a chance to see where your intentions pure, where your intentions real or genuine, or were you just playing the game? They just automatically assume my Scorpio just trying to play me. They just trying to use me. They just trying to get over on me like everybody else did. Now, for some of you, you could have been dealing with a selfish person. All right, there's a particular person here that felt like their wants, their needs, and things that they wanted, shit, it was more important than yours. So this person didn't prioritize you. They didn't take, I guess, you into consideration, your feelings and things, because they felt like their needs. Okay, if they felt like shit, they needed somebody to fulfill their needs, they needed this, they needed that. That was made way more important than what you was talking about. So you talking about you needed love and you needed attention and affection and shit. And this person, my shit, I need some cootie cat, I need some night I need some money, I need this and that. See, y'all was on, you and this person was not on the same page. All right, and they felt like that their needs outweighed your needs here. Okay, this could have been a marriage for some of you, and this could have been, this could have been the downfall of your marriage because it was like you always put this person wants and needs before your own, but they never put their wants or their needs before yours. You see what I'm saying? Your wants and needs always feel short to what this person wanted here or what they feel like they deserve. Okay. Now we have, I really admire you. So I'm picking up the energy for some of you because I'm picking up these could be two different people. So some of you could have been dealing with two different people here. These are just different energies. These could have been two different people that you was dealing with here. One that really didn't kind of give you a chance to kind of categorize you, and the other one that was just selfish as fuck. You know what I'm saying? They ain't even take time to prioritize you or see, what you needed or try to put any effort into this connection. Now you have someone who really admires you. And the person I feel like that admires you is this person I feel like you put way too much expectation. This person who felt like you was always trying to get over on them. This person who realized that you genuinely cared about them. They really admire you because I feel like you had to walk away. You realize, okay, this person, this man, this woman is not gonna be, they're not gonna live up to these expectations, these standards that I have. And so shit, you have to choose yourself first and you walk away. But see, when you walk away from this particular person, I feel like for some of you, this one your first time walking away. This one your first time telling them goodbye. You see what I'm saying? But it's like now you kind of stood your ground with this person, okay? And the reason why they admire you is because you haven't came back. When you told them, babe, I'm leaving, and when I leave, I ain't coming back, they was like, oh, first you gotta be back. They done said this shit 4 or 5 times before, and they always came back now. And sometimes that happened. Y'all told my ex that like every time we broke up, I was like, shit, I ain't coming back. And I did, but the last time, baby, shit, ain't seen me since, okay? So I feel like this person really admires you because you stood 10 toes down. When you told them that you weren't coming back, you want to keep putting up with their bullshit, you meant that shit. And this particular person sitting back now, like, damn, I really admire Scorpio because shit, they meant what they said. Like, for some of y'all, honestly, even turn this person on because it was like they admire you for being independent. They admire you for being able to hold your own, stand your ground with things. I really feel like nobody else has ever done that before. All right, so give us a couple of I really admire you. I love you, Scorpio. Why does this particular person really admire Scorpio? 7 of Wands, yeah. Because this person right here, baby, whatever they got going through, they feel like giving up. They're overworked, they're overwhelmed here. And for a lot of you, you can be feeling the same way, but you fought your way to the top. You didn't give up. You know what I'm saying? And now you have to stay there. You stood your ground with this person. I feel like you didn't allow, even though you might have wanted to reach out to this person, even though you might have wanted to go see them, and then you stood your ground with this particular person, even when you felt like giving up, even when you wanted to give in, even when you were overwhelmed with those feelings and emotions, baby, you didn't reach out. You didn't text them. You didn't do none of that. You didn't call them. You didn't go see them. You didn't pop up at their house, at their job. You didn't do none of that shit, okay? You can be dealing with the Leo here, don't have to be. So thank you, Holy Spirit, for that confirmation. I just said you stood your ground. And we have it right here. Stood your ground here, okay? Holding your ground. You held your own when it came to this person. Give us one more on I really admire you. 3 of Wands. Yeah, you're no longer waiting on them either. For some of you, you might have been waiting on this person to get themselves together. You knew they had some obstacles. You knew they were struggling. You knew, maybe they didn't know everything like you did. Maybe they were someone who didn't listen to their intuition and things of that nature, right? But it was like you're not waiting on them. You could have been at one point waiting like, man, I see how long it takes them to get their ish together. I continue to work on me, but if they going to get it together, maybe we can see what can happen. All right, so the year 73 could be significant. So you could have been born in 73 or you could be 37 years old. So this is why this person admires you. Let's get one more. Why does this particular person admire Scorpio? Clarify, I really admire you. Ace of Swords, yep. I feel like you had clarity of mind. You know what I'm saying? Like when you got this truth or when you got this confirmation and spirit told you that you're gonna have to stand your ground, you're gonna have to have courage, and you're gonna have to get out of this energy of being confused. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to cut away what no longer serves you and focus on your goals. That's exactly what you did. All right, I feel like you received some type of truth, you received some type of clarification because you were wondering, was this person ever going to meet your needs or your standards or give to this relationship or be who you needed them to be. These were things that you were wondering. I feel like you already saw it, but once you received that confirmation, you was like, well, shit, ain't there nothing for me to do but to move on. I'm going to keep wasting my time with somebody who ain't going to be able to give me what I want and what I deserve. So we got Leo, Aries, Gemini, Cancer, Libra. I'm talking about Gemini, Cancer, Libra. Lord, somebody help me. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. All right, so let's see who else this reading is about. We got Heavy Sag, Taurus, Virgo. Who is this reading about for Scorpio? Capricorn, Cancer, Aquarius, Leo. Who is this about for Scorpio? Aries, Capricorn, Cancer, Aquarius, Scorpio. Capricorn, Libra, Aries, and Leo. All right, you guys. I love you. And until next time, stay blessed.